going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about 4 tickers. 4 tickers on my watch list. Some of these you know about, some of these you don't know that I've called out. Some of these may or may not be potential movers. Boxed, you guys know that we've traded this in the past. We've done well, and we're watching it again. Some of you are patient enough to get a very nice entry on this. Some of you missed it, and some of you don't care. But BOXD, so I'll tell you what I'm watching. I'm watching to see if we can get this breakout of 62.79 on Boxed right now. I'm really interested to see how it closes on Friday, see if some of those calls possibly get exercised at the 50-cent level. And I mean, it's trending pretty decent, so continue to watch that. Obviously at the 50-cent strike, let's see. I don't think it's ran good enough that people are going to really be taking profits, so maybe they'll be forced to exercise, or potentially it runs with the markets. We got to see how the markets go. Continue to watch it between 50, 54, and then up here around the 63-cent level. Let's see what Boxed continues to do. I have a position in that one, just being transparent. These small, like really, really small floats have been getting some nice action. So EDBL, bringing attention to that one. Really nice trend line bounce. It's at 1170 in the after hours. 1149 would be a fib level of mine, so I'd be watching it between 1149 and $12.74. We've seen some of these micro floats run 600% or more. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but whenever I see things start to happen, sometimes it trickles down. So watch it. Keep an eye on your levels. This one's a little bit more expensive. It's going to be a little bit more risky, but hey, watch your level there at 1149. If 1149 does not hold, watch it at $10.25. If 10.25 does not hold, wait for the strength to come back in would be my suggestion, but you guys do what you want. From 1149, we're watching the breakout of 1274. From there, 1450. From there, $16.76. If it gets running in that degree, in that motion, things might just get stupid. So watch that one. Let's see what happens. Mike's, so I believe Todd Alt of whatever that ticker is that he has, he invests in some of these companies. I see him buying mics quite often, and I often wonder why, because it's very, very slow. Low volume, low action, nothing really happens. But whenever it does, it plays out pretty well. So he continues to buy in here. Again, another very small float as far as I know. I do believe it's shorted. I don't know exactly what they do. Is a singing machine, is it like a karaoke machine business? I mean, who cares what the business does, right? We're just looking at technicals. We're looking at strength. We're looking at where it wants to bounce. I don't know. Oh, geez. Oh, no. 256. Let me see if I can move this back real quick, because I am not starting this video over. All right, where's our levels? All right, so breaking just slightly below right now. It's sitting at $4.44. I would like to see how it responds at $4.54. If for some reason some of these very small micro floats are going to start catching on with people, I do think this one has a pretty decent short interest in it. And if that is the case, then I would watch for where it wants to catch. It's been much lower. It could realistically drop lower. So this one, tight stops if you're playing it. It's not gold, but I'd set alerts. Just set the alerts and see whenever it breaks that 450 level to the upside from 444, and see, then you can watch it a little bit at the $4.54 range and see how it's moving from there. But if that is going to be the new trend, that these small floats start getting popped, then maybe that is a potential. And in UWE, this one is also, I believe, a very small float and shorted. It's not a penny stock, which I am not a penny stock fan, but it is what it is. Sometimes we play them. I would be watching it closely between $8.17 and $8.68. Right now, the trend overall does appear to be flagging downward. So if it is like if we are flagging, it could potentially pop up. It could play a rising wedge, or a falling wedge down to the downside, which would bring us down to 735 or below if it wants to stay in that range and work its way down. I'd be watching for a breakout somewhere around $8.68, possibly a retest of the wedge and of the fib line, and then see if it wants to work its way up, or if we are going to continue to the downside. So again, I would be setting some sort of just alert, to let you know whenever it's somewhere around 850, or if it's down there around, say, 817, and then move that on down to 780 if it falls through $8.17. Just keep an eye on it. How's it looking on the RSI? RSI on the 1 hour is just mediocre. 4 hours mediocre, but climbing. Daily's definitely climbing. So I mean, maybe there is a little bit of divergence that's going on in UWE. Sometimes the divergence will give us an idea of if and when something could be going on behind the scenes. So I would be watching NUWE very closely. The 1 hour candlesticks, the 30-minute candlesticks might be trying to, you can see the buyers are stepping in here just ever so slightly slower, even though we are trending to the downside. How's the 5-minute look? Yeah, there's not a whole lot of confirmation there other than just potentially a little bit of divergence going on. But I definitely set an alert on that one. 30-minute looking a little bit decent. Hammer candle on the 1 hour. I would watch it. I would set an alert. So let's see how some of these 4 tickers continue to move. 3 out of the 4 outside of boxed, everything is very small floats, and if those are going to be some sort of targets by either institutions or retail, I don't know. And again, I am not here to pump them. I don't care whether you get in or get out. It's not going to affect me, but I would be very cautious, because with a low float, obviously the whales in the play can control your price action, whether they're driving the thing up or they make a big sale and just absolutely cut you off at the knees. So watch and see how those other 3 move besides boxed. I think we're just going to see how they continue to do with business, and if any buyout rumors or anything continue to come in, and if those come into fruition, and how that wants to play out. It is a little bit low on the Bollinger Bands as far as the short time frames go, but it's pretty high as far as the longer time frames go. So we're either going to be looking for a very nice breakout to the upside, or we are just going to coast or come down for a little bit of time, which would make sense going into the end of the week with those options on the line with boxed. Will sellers come in, step in, try to keep it, below the 50-cent strike level? They could, but let's see who wants to continue to push it. The shorter time frames, the RSI kind of died off a little, but it needed to because the longer time frames were running pretty hot. So I think in the immediate future we might see a little bit of a cool off, but let's see if it just cools off long enough to bring those longer time frames down. Maybe there'll be a chance for a better entry. Maybe it will come back down to test this fib line down here around 54 cents. But continue to keep an eye on it. I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.